Pleased to call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. Let the roll call show that all members of the council are present this evening. And this week, our opening ceremony will be led by Councilmember Karen Lang.
So, when I grew up, which was a long time ago, we said the Pledge of Allegiance every single morning in school. And I actually missed that. So tonight we are just going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, but see if I talk too long, I'll start crying. It's not just an easy out for me. To me, the Pledge of Allegiance is really quite special. My son-in-law is not an American citizen, or born an American citizen. He had dual citizenship in South Africa and England, and grew up in Johannesburg, South Africa. And he got his citizenship 2 years ago, and I asked him this weekend, because he always says his United States citizenship is his most important and treasured citizenship. And he said, you don't realize how lucky we are. The safety, the security, everybody complains, 8% unemployment. He said, grow up where it's 50% and higher. He said, the United States is such an important nation, and we are so blessed to be here. And so the Pledge of Allegiance has a lot of importance to me, and so if everyone would stand and follow me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Council Member, and that's an appropriate thing to do here on Independence Day Eve anyway, so thank you. By way of special recognitions, we welcome our scout group that's with us today, and we invite one of the boys to come up to the microphone and introduce your pack or troop, and tell us what badge you're working on tonight and where you live roughly. Who wants to be the... Come on. Okay, I guess we'll have both of you. Both of you gentlemen, can you both come up to the microphone, please? It's less scary if you have a buddy. Come on. All right, so first of all, tell us your names.
My name is Robert Monteroso.
And your name, sir?
My name is Brian Vasquez.
And you're with Pack 4895, it looks like. Is that right? No?
1895.
Oh, 1895, okay. And what school do you live by?
Monticello Academy.
Okay. And what badge are you working on tonight?
Citizenship in the nation.
Okay, and you?
Citizenship in the nation.
Okay, great. Well, thank you both for coming. Council, we have the minutes of June 19th to be considered. Anyone like to make a motion there?
Move for approval.
Second.
Thank you both. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. We come to item 6 tonight, which is our comment period. We've had one individual sign up to speak in our comment period tonight, a fellow by the name of Mike Markham. Is it Mike? Oh, there he is. Mike's been here before, so he knows to stay within 5 minutes.
And Sherry has my address.
Yep.
First of all, I want to apologize to you guys for my outburst last week and my anger on your vote. As far as the window wells, I agree with. I still don't agree with the basement easements. It just makes it easier in my neighborhood. I have multiple homes with multiple families living in them with basement easements. You said to refer to Lane's department if you have a problem with those. They can't do anything about it once they're moved in. So anyway, I apologize for my outburst. I think part of it is, like I said, we worked on the gravel driveways. We worked on hard surface driveways. To me, the only time you listen to anybody was when you relented and went to gravel driveways. Let's listen to the people that want to improve the area. Let's make it more difficult for people to unimprove the areas. And I think maybe I need to do some homework and go past and drive through each one of your neighborhoods and see, maybe that will tell me why you vote the way you do, or your businesses, or whatever. I'll see why you vote the way you do to make things like this more accessible. I have a house in my neighborhood that has an outside entrance. You can look at the basement windows. It's a split entry, and you can see walls dividing the windows, that they put so many rooms and so many people live in this house. We'll have sometimes 9 cars in the driveway, between the driveway and the lawn and the street lined up, and I can't get anything done with it. Maybe I need to quit worrying so much about West Valley City and let West Valley City be West Valley City. You know, we're doing a great job improving 215 to 3200 and 35th in this area through here. It's like I've said before, we got a concept. West Valley is a city. It's just not a redevelopment block. It's a city. We need to work on West Valley City image. It was very obviously some of our past mayors, they weren't bashful about telling us that they packed up their stuff, and they both live in Draper across the street from each other. I know multiple people, friends, that have left this area because of the reputation, because of people ask me why I live in West Valley. It's because I made an investment in West Valley. I'd like to see the investment come back. Lane's department does a great job going out and getting the yards cleaned up, but we can't do anything about the multiple family dwellings that we allow to go into our neighborhoods. You can't get them out. You've got to have you almost got to have a court order to go in and see who all is living in there. So, when we start thinking about making access to your basement easier, of course the people that are going to do that are going to do it anyway, but we just keep making it easier for them to do it. So I think we need to look at improving the city as a city, not just a redevelopment agency, whether it be here or it be on 5600 West. If we're going to improve 5600 West, what are your plans to do with 5600 West and 3500 South, where everybody's moved out? That whole group is empty, but we continue to let new growth go north. I don't live out there. I live 1.5 miles south of here, Valley Junior High. I'm in Steve's district. Tom here, he campaigned on reducing taxes when he wanted to get in. I went to all the meetings. How are we doing on reducing taxes for the city, Tom? We're not having an increase, but we're not having a decrease. Let's work on the city, the entire city, the whole city, not just here. Thanks. And once again, I apologize for my outburst. I just worry too much about the city.
Thank you, Mr. Markham. We do appreciate you being here and that you do sincerely care about our community. We come to item 7 tonight, which is Resolution 12-105. Mr. Pyle, could you please introduce that resolution?
Yes, thanks, Mayor. This is a resolution that would allow for a license agreement between the city and UTA at the Bus Transit Center to allow and install sculptures.
Okay, thank you. Council, any questions on that one or a motion?
Well, since these are sculptures that we purchased some time ago, and it's nice to have a place to put them, and I'll move for approval of Resolution 12-105.
Second.
Thank you both. And for the sake of our scouts who are here working on their badge, since it's not a real long agenda today, Mr. Pike, could you please tell us a little bit about what these sculptures would be?
Well, we have
exactly where they would be.
this agreement, as I understand it, would allow for more than one sculpture, but currently we've got one, as Councilman Bueller pointed out, that's already installed, and that's over there by one of the light rail platforms, and it's of 2 people, one with an umbrella. It's illustrating a position where one's trying to gain some cover from rain, and the other one's holding the umbrella. There are other ones that could, there are other areas that UTA has property within the city in the future that's a possibility that an agreement like this could apply to. We also have talked about in the past, if we had funding that we wanted to put forward, that we could start a series of sculpture installation within the city, which is, I think, a worthwhile goal and something that we'd like to accomplish. There may be other sculptures as well there along the plaza and there in Fairborn Station generally, but currently there's that one, and then there's also the plaza icon doesn't fall under the same auspices of agreement, I don't think, but you'd see that going in there right now in the middle of the intermodal hub between the bus station and the BRT station and the light rail stations.
I think we were instructed last week, a lot of these are those windmills that.
Oh, and the windmills, that's right. We've got,
I think that's what Steve was referring to.
that's right, we got a whole nother series of sculptures that we purchased earlier, and those are gonna be installed from the 215 interchange all the way into the plaza, and I can't even remember, Jake, how many of them total are there?
26.
26, so yes, there's a bunch of them.
Okay, and thank you. So we have a motion and a second on this. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving 12-105 to allow these sculptures to come to our city centers, say aye.
Aye.
That sounds like unanimous. Item 8 is our consent agenda. Would anyone like to make a motion on that tonight?
Mayor, I'd move we approve the 2 items of the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you all. All in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
That also passes. Item 9, is there a motion for an executive session this evening?
Mayor, I would move that we convene into an executive session following the agency meetings to discuss character, personal competence, or physical, mental health of an individual.
Okay. Do we have a second there?
Second.
Okay, all in favor of going into executive session for those purposes at the end of our agency meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we will do so accordingly. So we will adjourn the council meeting for now and toss the gavel over to Don Christensen for our redevelopment agencies.
We'll call to order the redevelopment agency and note that we've had an opening ceremony and a roll call and all are present. The first items of business are the approval of minutes of June 5th and June 12th, 2012.
Motion to approve.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous. Any communications?
No, sir.
Any report?
No, sir, thanks.
Okay, then we'll move to adjourn the redevelopment agency.
Okay, and I will call to order the West Valley City Housing Authority, and I note all members are present, and we had a Pledge of Allegiance opening ceremony. We have the minutes of June 5th and June 12th meetings for approval.
I would move to approve those minutes.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approving said minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Mr. CEO, do we have any communications or report of the Executive Director?
No, sir, thanks.
Okay, we introduce our resolution for this evening.
I will, thanks very much. So we are proposing to sell another single-family residence from the Housing Authority's stock. This one's located at 5156 West Berkman Way. We have an appraised value of $128,000 on the property, so we're proposing and asking for permission to sell it at that or a higher price.
I'll move for approval of Resolution 1221.
Second.
Any discussion of that motion? Seeing none, we'll call the question and ask all those in favor to say aye.
Aye.
Appears to be unanimous, and seeing no other business before the Housing Authority, this body will stand adjourned.
For the executive session